Hello, 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 everyone. It's Kim from K&RP here in southeastern Manitoba. It is a cloudy day today. It is currently minus 10 Celsius, but it feels like minus 19 with the wind chill factor. Temperatures are dropping. It's supposed to be spring. What's happening? It is 15 degrees Fahrenheit, but it feels like minus 2. So those of you who are down south and are still working in Fahrenheit, that's Burr. It is Burr. Okay, we're doing journal cards again today. I don't know if I've got two sticks on there in there that have journal cards. I must have had a place to journal cards. We have to go through them again and see what's happening because I'm sure you guys are getting kind of tired. Hey, Jan, welcome. Beautiful day there. Jealous, jealous, jealous. Um, anyway, we're doing journal cards again today. I have an idea. Grab your drinks, guys. I have an idea. So I pulled out some stuff on cardstock. This is napkin um, on cardstock, paint on card or file folder. Hey, Belinda, nice to see you. Uh, paint on cardstock, more of the napkin stuff, paint, again, cardstock. So I pulled out some of these. So they've all got a bit of base background behind them. Of course, journal cards can be any size. So sometimes I like tall ones, sometimes I like small ones, depending on the size of your pockets. And you know how sometimes we do little itty bitty mini envelopes? We need stuff to put in those too. So anyway, I'm just gonna lop off some pieces and I'm going to more journal cards. As I say, I have an idea. This is one of those stamps that I did on the linoleum. It's on cardstock. It's a lovely purple color. So I'm just going to cut quite close around it. That is no way straight. Ha! Surprise! I'm just cutting close to it. Just a little bit of white. Of course, if you want to use ink or something on your edges, that's a cool thing to do too. I don't have inks, but I do have some absolutely stunning muck water. Maybe I should grab that. I'm throwing this out. Look at that. Kim's actually throwing stuff out. Go, Kim, go. Hi, Anne. Nice to see you. All right. So, as I said, I've got some bits that I'm going to use to make journal cards today. While you guys are here, before we start, the sound is kind of fading in and out. That's weird. I mean, is everybody experiencing that? I wonder. I wonder. Anybody else? Am I fading to anybody else? Anyone? Anyone? Sounded a bit wobbly for a minute. I wonder if my mic is in the wrong place. I was doing some adjusting and maybe that'll be a bit better. It's kind of a little blocked off today. You can see I've been playing, guys. I haven't been doing much in the way of cleaning, but I have been playing. I finished off some of these floral things that we did on Sunday. I still have a whole stack of leaves. Look, I'm fuzzy. Oh, it's going to be a day. Oh, my goodness. Going to be a day. So, hey, Susan, nice to see you. I've got these florals completed. That was just some mindless work. I needed that on Sunday. Today we're going to be a little bit more focused. I wanted to grab some book page. We are actually going to do a little bit of collage stuff. Let's grab some musical stuff. And look, I've got 2 pages. I've got some music paper, and this is dictionary. Nice little print. So I'm going to do a little bit of collage work on these today. Thanks, guys. I'm going to do some tearing because we don't really want flat edges. What have you guys been up to? How was the brunch, Jan? I'm having part of the family here for supper tomorrow. Not sure who else is coming. One of the girls in her family. Not sure if my other daughter's coming or not. Hey, Jean, nice to see you. Hi, Candy, nice to see you. We are doing journal cards today. I must have double sticks of these things in that bin. These are the florals I did on Sunday, or I started on Sunday. I just did a bit of playing mindless art, right? I'm going to be tearing these up and using them on the journal cards today. I have a question. Have any of you guys made hair extensions at all? I have been in love with hair extensions for quite a while. I've never made any, but the course that I took over like the last Friday, Saturday, a lady had the most incredible hair extensions in her hair, and I had been looking at them on Pinterest thinking, I've got all this stuff. I know how to, I could put them together. So yesterday, just for the heck of it, I'd gone to my daughter's for lunch, and I took a set of my worry beads, my worry beads, because they're on leather bits, and they're pretty darn heavy. So I put a hair tie on them, and I put it in my hair, and it lasted the whole time I was there. It lasted all the way home. So I'm thinking that I should make myself some hair extensions in wild, wonderful colors, happy colors. But anyway, has anybody made any? Asking for a friend. All right, we've got some music paper, we've got some text. I got some other little bits. Not sure I'm going to use the lace, but I got some like hole punch stuff, that kind of thing. I've got some where we've ripped off from the book. So we're just going to do a little bit of collage. Nobody's answering. Your hair is to your waist. You don't need any hair extensions. You know what? My hair's pretty long, but oh, you don't know what I'm talking about? Let me just pull some up on Pinterest. I'm sure you could do them, Jean. Seriously. They're just coming up in my feed in Pinterest now because I've been searching them for a while. There we go. This set would go over like a bun. My hair is very thin, very straight, not much body, and curls don't stay in my hair. But look at these. Can you see these? I have 2 screens happening. Oh, I got a glare. And me, there's me. Hi, guys. So what it is, are you causing the glare? No, it's the light behind me. Rats. But anyway, what they are they're wrapped yarns done on a hair, like a hair ring, hair tie, whatever, and then it's looped and it's put into your hair, and these strands all hang down, different colors, braided, beaded. Some of them I've seen wire wrapped with some wonderful like little spiral things in the wrapping, charms, anything your heart desires. Oh, sorry, I flared you. Hey, Sherry. Hello, hello. Um, you got a sympathy card from the vet? Oh, that's nice. I'm sorry that you lost your Odie, Jean. And it sent a footprint? Yeah. Anyway, yeah, like dreadlocks. This woman had dreadlocks and she's been all over the world. So, in different places, she's been picking up strands of this hair extensions or whatever you want to call them. I call them hair jewelry. I absolutely love them. So, she's got them from all over the world. And so, some are wrapped with leather, some are wrapped with lace, some have, they're just woven. They're done on yarn base, like I said, and they have like a hair tie at the top. Anyway, I was just wondering if anybody has done them. If you've got any tips or tricks, because I'm, like I say, I'm going to make some for myself. Yeah. Okay. Before we get started, do you know I'm all over the place again? Back to normal. Can you tell? All's good. Let's pull a colored stick. I have pink, blue, brown, green, yellow, red, natural, purple. Purple. Anyone? Anyone? And if it's something that we've done in the past recently, I'm just going to pull another stick because you guys have to be sick of journal cards and lace. Color, anyone? Pink, natural, red, yellow, green, purple, blue, green. Here's a green one. This one says page tabs. Woohoo! Next week, we're going to be playing page tabs, guys. Yay! That sounds like fun. This one is going into the other bin. This is the used bin. This is the ones we've done so far. Pockets. Clusters. Twinchies. Edges. Snippet roll. Flips. Wow, we've done lots. Napkins. Journal cards. Yeah, I got that in there twice, obviously. Bookmarks. See, journal cards again, and lace. All right, well, it was just through misfortune that we've got journal cards twice. Okay, back to on track. So I pulled out a whole bunch of like bits of cardstock that I have prepped to make tags and journal cards out of. I'm just going to make these all into journal cards today. We're going to do a little bit of collage work, maybe some stamping kind of stuff if we find that it needs a little bit of something different. So let's just start by ripping off a piece of hole punch stuff, something like that. And I'm just going to glue that down in the middle. I have glue. I just saw my glue. There it is. Did you guys have a good weekend? Jan, did you answer me how your brunch was? I'll have to scroll back and look. Ask questions and then I rabbit, squirrel, whatever you want to call it. Something like that. And so we're going to take a little piece of this and we're going to stick it. Oh, that's a little big. This is just a little card. I'm just going to stick it on the side like this, maybe like this. No, I don't want it really to go across the hole. How about there? There works. Because I want the elements to be seen. And of course, we could add some doodling onto this piece here. And we're going to I'm going to cut these apart. that kind of goes nicely with that. So how about if I just lop this here? And we're just going to tear these two sides. And you know what? I'm going to get that muck water because I think I'd like to muck water this. Yeah, everyone likes crepes here but me. I am not a crepe fan. I'm just getting my muck water with a brush. In fact, I've got a couple of colors of muck water. Muck water, for those of you who don't know me, is the water that I dip my paintbrush in to clean it. And sometimes, like, I get something like this grayish color, and I don't have any inks for edging, so I use my muck water. It doesn't matter what color. It just gives it that aged look, right? This one's a really nice pink, but this has a fair bit of pink on it, so I figured the gray would be nice. Of course, now I'm going to have to let this dry because it's very wet. What do I like for breakfast? Well, when I do brunch here, I've mentioned in the past that we do pretty much the same as you do, but I do like that hash brown casserole. So I have a bit of that and just get some of that water off. See how nicely that changed that from this to this. Love muck water. I do a baked omelet. So usually in the baked omelet, I've got all kinds of veggies, cheese. I don't put any meat in it because I do bacon and sausage as a rule when we do brunch. And then, of course, the crepes. It depends on what my kids bring because the rule is I will make them. You just have to bring the stuffing stuff. Okay, so this is just a bit big. But you know what? I could still get away with putting it up at this top corner. You still see some of the green and you still see some of the text. I didn't have lunch with my sisters. I had lunch with my eldest daughter yesterday, and it was lovely. It was absolutely lovely. She made a broccoli cheese soup from scratch, and that's what we had for lunch. I got lots of puppy cuddles because, oh man, needed some puppy cuddles. Her cat stayed away from me, which was good because I'm allergic. So I managed to stay there for a couple of hours without my allergies being too far rampant. But like she said, she vacuumed and washed the cushion covers from her couch and everything because she knew I was coming. She's a sweet kid. Not that she's a kid anymore, but you know what I mean. So I put on the green, I save these things. I like adding them. They add interest. You could doodle on that. You could just go around it with some black marker, black pen, different little bit of, hold that up just a little closer, Kim. Dictionary paper, and then a little piece of painted flowers. And you know what? I'm going to consider this done. I'll use a little bit darker, or I'll use this stuff a couple of times around the edge to age it that little bit. But I'm going to leave this here just in case somebody wants to put a focal point on or a word. I don't normally like putting words on because sometimes I think the words that I would choose aren't necessarily what somebody else would choose. There's a wipe you can get for the cat. Is it really chemically? Like, I wouldn't want my kids to do anything like that to their cats if it's harmful to them. I had a girlfriend who was allergic to cats, and she got a cat, and she bathed it right from the time it was a kitten, and it got a bath once a week to keep the dander down, and it worked really, really well for her. But I mean, I don't expect my kids to bathe their cats either because they're not used to it, and we all know what it could be like bathing a cat. All right, so I've just added some muck water to the edge. It'll give it that little bit of an age to it. Keeps the dander down. Okay. Yeah, yeah, and it's the dander. But anyway, her chihuahua curled up on my lap and fell asleep. Oh, I had such a lovely snuggle with him. And she has a Catahoula uh, Louisiana hunting dog of some sort. Laura Free kind of laughs about that. And poor dog here in the winter. It's supposed to be down south, right? Anyway, he's a big beast of a dog, and it was really nice getting the greeting and everything from him as well. It was really nice. We had a nice visit. So I have this piece. You can see it's just a piece of pink cardstock. I put some purple through a something. Um, I don't think that was through a needlepoint canvas. I have a feeling that it was through a piece of shelf liner. I just did, hey, Flo, nice to see you, Andrea. Um, so I did purple, and then I put this strip of painty paper down. I don't even remember when I put that piece of painty paper down, but I did some faux stitching around the edge, just the marks. I think I'm going to continue that around the edge because sometimes you want the edges to look that little bit different. I've been a bleh. I've been doing lots of hand stitching on paper for those little mini journals I've been doing. I've been having an absolute blast doing those little mini journals, guys. I have 4 complete. I haven't done any videos for them yet, but they will be coming. And again, these are going in my Etsy shop. So the videos will be marked as Jumpstart Your Creativity. So if you see something that says Jumpstart Your Creativity, it's a sale video. Just so that you guys know, because we don't sell here. Even though that was just an ad, I apologize. Jumpstart your creativity. That's what my any journals I put up for sale will be. Those videos. Okay, so I did a little hand stitching kind of thing around. Let's take a piece of music paper and we will just put a slab over that edge there. Like this. Like this. So you can still see a little bit of the stitching there. You want to see the mini journals? They will be flip throughs, Jan, on. They'll be pre-recorded flip throughs. And that's all that's going to be on them. So I've been procrastinating about that because then I have to record. But evidently I can do that with StreamYard, so hey, who's playing today? Who's actually doing this today? Who's playing along? Okay, so I have this left. You know what? If I cut it down here, right down the middle of it, like this, whoop, and then I'm going to tear that edge. And I'm going to tear this edge. I might tear that just a little bit more. And then I've got the 2 straight edges. I could put that kind of like, I don't know, where do I want to put that? I just did that little hand stitching marks. You know what? That's fine. If I put it up here, I'm going to do that. I'm going to put that there. That little wee bit of florally stuff. Your packet to move? Okay. All right. So, Anne, would you like to come and play online with me? Or would you like to come on and show what you're doing? This is why I'm using StreamYard now, guys. So that if you're playing along or you want to show what you're creating along with me, then I'd love it if you actually came on and showed your stuff. Strut your stuff. Maybe in a bit. Okay. Oh, thanks, Belinda. Thanks, Jan. I would like to give my heartfelt sympathies to anybody involved with that Baltimore bridge collapse. Oh, crazy. Okay, so we've got it like this. We could do another little something down here. Again, I could leave it like this so that somebody could put a word in there, or if they've got something tall that they wanted to use as a focal point, um, or maybe a piece of lace down there. Some hand stitching would be really cute. You know what? Let's put some hand stitching on this. Woo! I have some green embroidery floss right here. Oh, look, it's been dipped in glue. We'll just cut that part off. Strip my stuff. Yeah, I like when people come on and play. You know what? I'm going to put that gluey bit garbage. And I am going to grab a needle. I have an idea. Drink, everybody. I know. I realized that when I was setting up for this live, and I've got in the greetings on my channel, and grab a drink and visit a while. Is that why you guys just had to turn my I have an idea into a drinking game, ladies? Just asking. Yeah, you know what? I've got Janet's hunt to finish. This I am going to actually use as day 25 of the 100-day challenge because I haven't done that in a couple of weeks. And this is using collage fodder. And that's what my 100-day challenge was. Nowhere in the rules does it say it has to be 100 consecutive days. So I'm just going to continue on at day 25. I think I'm on day 25. I'll have to look. But anyway, so I'm just going to do a running stitch down here. So let's grab a piece of foam. This is why I keep this foamy stuff, right? So even though it's got like the decorative one, I'm just going to, right beside it, do a series of stitches. They're not straight. They are not the same distance apart. We're just going to do it. Hey, Brenda, nice to see you. So I'm going to go from the top down because I'm going to leave this string hanging out because I like hanging out string things. Okay. So I poked all the holes. And so now I'm just going to run this thread through. We're making journal cards again, Brenda. We are making journal cards. And again, it's just whatever I feel like putting on these cards at the moment is what's happening. It's what's happening. I'm not adding words because I feel that a lot of times that the words that I would add, somebody else may not like, or it may be a detriment to them using the card, you know. So this way, whoop, I guess I could have done a blanket stitch along the edge. That could have been cute. Really, it could have been cute. So that one row of stitching actually adds some great interest to this. Those of you who haven't stitched on paper before. So I'm just going to trim this about the same length as the one at the top. Put the needle away so we don't stab ourselves. Okay, so it has a row of stitching on it now. Very eclectic card, but that's who I am. Now I'm just going to put a dab of glue on the back just to hold the end stitches in. And we'll put this aside to dry. 2 cards. Stitching templates. Ooh, that could be fun. Are they like for straight stitching? Are they for doing like a wishbone kind of stitch? How are they used? Belinda, I have used playing cards. I have lots of playing cards, but I also have so much packaging and stuff. I just use the packaging because the playing cards need to be gessoed or sanded, and I'm just too darn lazy. Oh, okay, Anne. I hope he's okay. Small embroidery type stitching, some lines, a bird, a circle. Oh. 47 miles to a 55 plus community. Okay, Candy. Nice quiet community. You know, I've been wondering about the 55 plus communities because so many women now are having children later in life, in their 40s, late 30s, mid to late 30s. So if you're moving into a 55 plus community, are these women going to be there with kids? Just wondering. Just wondering because, you know, it's supposed to be quieter. One thing I did get at the course I was at, it was a giveaway for us. And I'm actually taking a beading course on Thursday. They're Métis and Anishinaabe beading templates for doing vamps on moccasins or gauntlets or whatever. So it's got all these patterns. But I was also thinking I could adapt this to my collage work, a lot of it. It's got lovely leaves. Some lovely stuff. In fact, you know, I'd like to do, I was actually thinking maybe I would do a beaded template, beaded journal cover. 18 or older. Okay. Okay. Yeah, stairs are getting to be a pain, right? Yeah, I get you there. I don't know that I would be happy to live in a community anymore. Like, I'm sure it's fine, but I'm used to my big yard. Not that I can enjoy it if there's lots of smoke, but okay, so this is a napkin on a piece of cardstock. It was Mod Podge down. The corners are pretty sharp. I'm just going to trim those off a little bit. Because I can. And yeah, if I had a corner clipper, that would be good. I'm just taking them off. If people are going to look really that close, oh well. They're not equal. It's not equal. So let's take a nice thin piece of music, but I think I want something with really a lot heavily noted. Something like this or this. This has a nice collection of notes. Let's do that. And before I do that, let's muck water it. Too old? Yeah. Okay, so I'm just using the muck water. We're just graying the edge. Just taking down a little bit of the... It's not gloss or anything. It's just really fresh looking, even though it is older music paper. So it's not quite as dark, but it's okay. It's not as dark as ink, but if you look at this one, it still gives that nice aged look. It's not... I'm glad I can crack you up. I love my muck water. I've got some really pretty pink muck water too that I'm going to use. But see, it does do the same thing in ink does, much cheaper. And you can get really wild colors. You really can. Okay, so we're going to glue this down. We're going to let it dry just a little bit. Then what I'm probably going to do is take a black marker and go around the edge. Let's give it some real distinction. And how about if we put like a big floral thing on this corner? I've got this weird line through it. I want to disguise that line. I don't know why. Maybe the napkin had a fold, the fold of the napkin, and it didn't go flat. Ground floor, small patio. Oh, awesome. Bamboo forest. Oh, sounds beautiful. Sounds beautiful. So I want to disguise that. What about, this is, what if I took this cat print and did it right in the middle? Does that work with that? With the pink? Is the pink too bright for that? Would I have to come through with... Let's edge this. This was sitting in my scrap bin. I don't even know where my print thing is of these cats. I had a whole series of them. Oh, you know what would be kind of fun too? Is if I took some of this stringy stuff and stuck it up out of one corner so it looks like the cat got into a ball of yarn. Oh, perfect. I have the idea. Can I get the cap off my marker? There we go. So we're just going to edge this with the black. I will use that piece on another bit. Yeah, this cat, I did them on one of those styrofoam plates or a styrofoam meat pan or something, meat tray. So it's one of those, it's just a print, right? Can't remember where they went. No, it wasn't a stamp set of cats. You know how I was doing those um, meat styrofoam plates, and then I was drawing in it, rolling paint on it, and doing that. That's what this cat was. I drew him on a piece of styrofoam. Then I did about 4 or 5 of them, and so I just rolled paint over it, and then took prints. You can see there's green paint left over from something else. Whatever. That's going to cover up this lovely, absolutely lovely. So let's take a clump of stringy stuff. I've got some pink and white. And how about some green? Let's split that green. That's embroidery floss. So let's take just a couple of strands instead of all 6, because all 6 is a little bit heavy in color for what I'm looking for. There's some blue. And let's take another one of those. These are just threads. I have a cup full of, I pull, I use thread and I cut them off and I stick these in a jar, and then I've got all these lovely crazy bits that I can just kind of ball up a little bit, just like this, just like that. Make kind of like a little nest out of it. And I'm going to put it up at this top corner. So I'm just putting a blob of glue down. If you want to do things with those styrofoam plates and have things that you can recognize, get a kid's coloring book. So then you can cut out whatever it is, hold it over the plate, and trace through with a pen or whatever onto the plate. And then you've got a set of like birds or whatever. Whatever. And the thing is that not everybody's going to have the same thing, because you could add some little freckles to the bird's breast, or you could give it little tufts of hair. You know, guys, I know you know. Okay, so look at how lovely that bunch of scrappy bits is. This one's getting a little carried away. I want you in the glue. In the glue. What am I going to stick that down with? Get a toothpick. We're just going to press that into the glue. That works. That works. There we go. Now we're going to glue the back of the cat. No, that's not glue. So yeah, these cats that I did were just freehand because I just wanted. I'm not on screen. Sorry, guys. I wanted some strange cats for my cat journal that I was doing. Something different, something unique. I don't even remember what color paint that was. Yeah, styrofoam plates. Works great. Works great. Okay, so we're going to kind of center that as good as we can, because obviously I tore it. It's not exactly straight. Surprise. And you know what? I'm going to consider this one done too. Hey, Marguerite, welcome, hon. Oh, okay. Chat was black. Glad you could join us. So I'm just going to make sure that it's definitely holding down these threads. And you know, I had a remember when I took the punches, the hole punches, and I put yarn on them. I used those and then did like a string of yarn so that it looked like the cat was playing with the ball of yarn. Maybe we need to make a cat journal or something, or a couple of pages so that you guys could. What do you think? Should we do something like that? Like a journal page of cats, a journal page of just some different ideas. Okay, so we've got 1, 2. We're on a pink theme today. My good, look at, I pulled out a lot of pink. And then this one. You know what? I think what I want to do is I want to use a thick black marker and go around those flowers. Ah! Is Anne back? Anne needed to go and help her husband. You know, that would have looked really kind of cute if I'd have put one of my little frames on and then the flowers in. Maybe we need to do that on the next card. So again, this is very, very pale. That muck water is very, very pale. I'm going to give it another coat. Obviously, I didn't let it evaporate enough. Let's use this pink. It's been evaporating for a couple of days. A few days. I'm going to use the pink. Oh, see, I've got lots of. I stirred it up and got sludge from the bottom. So it's a really interesting gray. Huh. I'm going to have to let that settle out so that I've got the pink. I've got a green sitting there. I like to let it sit for a couple of days and evaporate a little bit so that then I do have a nice bit of color to use. Frame and fish, I don't know, maybe. But I was thinking if I did. Okay, this I considering done. That's done. We have 3. We'll put them over here. If I ask where they are, they're over there. You know how I roll. So this was a brayer off with a stamp on it, one of my wooden stamps. But there had been something on this paper before, because I can see red paint behind. And obviously I didn't like it, so I added more stuff to it. So it's kind of like a purpley, brownish something to it. Yeah, I'm brewing muck water. I am. I admit it. So I want a little frame. Let's go get the Kimbits bin. I don't know if I've got little frames in here. I think we went through this. And I don't have many little frames. I might just have to cut some. Oh, look. I have some little frames. And they're pink. Must have done those on my die cut machine, or somebody sent them to me or something. I like this oval. Is that too close to the color that it is, though? Look, I have a purple and white one. It definitely have to be outlined in black. I have a blue one down here. Oh, look, this is the one I'm going to use. It's blue and turquoise and fun. And so it's going to go in the corner. And before I put it down, I'm going to take this piece of musical paper and I'm going to stick it so it's kind of sticking out the frame. Like that. I'm going to glue it down like that. I love my muck water. Yeah, Exactly, Sherry. That's what I keep my muck water for. In fact, that's how I did. I tore up a whole bunch of brown paper and took a whole bunch of scraps of things, and I poured muck water over it. So I've got some really grungy looking, like this whole thing. This whole thing has been splattered and done with muck water. I should use some of this today. Good idea. Let's add that to a pile that it's not going to fall over on us. Let's glue this down. There we go. We're gluing. We're gluing. And I think I'm on screen. I am on screen. Look at that. Woo. Celebrate. Celebrate, celebrate. So I want the little bit bigger piece here so that when I put the frame on, maybe some of those musical notes will show. Oh, look, if I go this way, the musical notes will show. But I wanted to go this way. I guess I don't have to go. I could go right in the middle. That could be interesting. Instead of at the edge. And then I wanted to put just a little strip of flowers. Like just a little strip of flowers. Like this. Something like that. Of course, I will trim the flowers down so that you can't see the white around the edge. What about something like that? Yes, no? Let's make the edges of this frame black so it's got that punch. See, now that I've put another edging of muck water on this and outlined it in black, you can see the edges grungy much better. Come on, focus. There we go. I'm just trying to stay unblurry. Unblurry. Is there a word? Is that a word? Is Kim making up her own language again today? Highly likely. Highly likely. And so I'm also going to do the inside of the frame with the marker. I'm going to give it, make sure it's got lovely edge. And again, I'm not going to add any words. There's going to be a fair bit of negative space on this. Oh, I just put that in my glue cap. All I can say is I hope that glue in there is dry. We'll find out. Seek him for the recipe. This is just when I clean off my brush. You know, when you clean off your brush and you get those lovely different colors of muck water, and just leave them sitting for a few days and let some of the water evaporate, and the color comes out much the color deepens. So I want to have the flowers. So I need to trim this off. And we're going to glue that to the back of this frame before we do anything else. And let's do it on screen. So it goes about there. I'm thinking. I'm thinking. And I want this side. Nope. I want this way. This way. Kind of like that. so that we still have room for the musical notes peeking through. Oh yeah, like that. Hey, Kevin, thank you. Thank you, thank you. We are making journal cards today um, because many of us here make art journals, junk journals, that kind of thing. So when we do pockets, we like to have things to put in the pockets. I'm putting that right in the middle, guys. There's a nice clump of notes. So on Sunday, I did some painting. So I'm just hacking it up and using it on the journal cards. So these are the kinds of things we just tuck into the pockets and we leave the backs blank so people can write on them. So again, we've got a lot of negative space here, guys. Should we do some stitching on it? Should we do some mark making? What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts? I am going to muck water the edges of this one. Let's just grunge this right up. In fact, this one would actually look nice with some spatters as well, I think. I don't want to get spatters on everything, though. Let's see. Let's see. It's getting everything over there. Muck hands. Surprise! Kim's here. Okay, so I've spattered it with muck water. I've edged it. What do you think about these edges? Okay, Andrea, thank you so much for popping in, hon. So, any ideas? We'll leave it to dry, maybe do some stitching on it, or I don't know. I don't know what we should do. I got Mr. Mushroom. Oh no. Mr. Mushroom got spattered, guys. I wonder if I can. Oh dear. Well, guess what? I now have a spattered mushroom on my desk. So be it. So be it. Okay, we've got this one. It is on a piece of, I don't even know what it's on. It's got pink dyed paper on the back with a green spatter. We've got greens and yellows and pinks. Oh my. I must have been on a pink binge because I just grabbed a handful from the center of the bin kind of thing, and they all seem to be pinks. Stitching would be okay? Yeah. Yeah, stitching would be okay. Definitely interesting. Definitely interesting. This one, how about, because I've got the green marks, the green from that's obviously needlepoint canvas. This probably, it's even enough. I must have a stencil or something for it. What about if we just take let's chop this one up. You know what? I kind of like that. What if we just take this here flower, and we stick it along this side? I will come in and I'll do a little bit more of a wobble cut. And I think I will muck water this whole thing. Yeah. Yes, men are still happy. do you guys think? I'll wobble cut around. Not necessarily fussy cut because I do have that black background that I've got on there. So we're just going to lightly go like this. Wobble. Wobble our way around. And then we're going to take the muck water and we're just going to go over the whole thing in muck water. Tone down that white. Oh, look at how nice that's going to look. That's a lovely color of muck water. Yeah, well, I was using up napkins and things. So, and then this was pink paper. This too was pink paper. So I do have some whites in here. But yeah, not a lot of pink. That was pink cardstock. This is white, you know. But again, like I say, these were napkins. That's a napkin. I've got this pattern in the pink and the blue. But we've had the conversation about when you buy a pack of napkins and you end up with 20 napkins, you got to use them. Okay, we need this to dry. I'm just going to take this and blot it. You know what? I really like that muck water on this. I might just go over all these with the muck water. It hasn't really dimmed the color at all of the flower itself, but it sure has toned down that white. Hey, Maritza, nice to see you. So we'll flip this and put some okay. So now I have a question. The backs of these are really dark. What did I paint those on? Oh, it's still the, oh, that was the insurance papers. Remember, I've got that pamphlet with the insurance stuff in? That's what that's from. Okay, so I'm just going to put this as close to the edge as I can. Right there. Now, what if I took a metallic gel pen and just did these dashes with a metallic green gel pen down the middle of them? Oh, yes. That's what it needed, guys. A little bit of metallic. I like it when my ideas work out the way I want them to. Don't know how well you'll be able to see that, but I will hold it up hopefully close enough that you'll actually be able to see the metallic. I'm not sure that it's going to show you the glitter, but it does look really, really nice with the, does have a bit of a shine. So, you know what, guys? I would consider this one done as well. This almost looks like a sticker. Woohoo. Like I say, when you are doing journal cards, how elaborate do you want them? If you are doing a journal and every page has stuff on it, like, let me grab that one over here. This one that I've been working on, and every page has artwork on it. When you're doing the journal cards, um, how elaborate do you want to go, right? Like, just how elaborate? This is belly band, right? So how elaborate? Think about it. We all know I'm a maximalist, so my journal cards may be much more intense than your journal cards. Okay, this one is pretty much dry. Oh, there's still some wet over there. Let's just blob that. I really like that muck water that I'm using, guys. It's got such a lovely gray dirt look to it. So we decided stitching on this. What color stitching should we do? I'm almost tempted to use a pink because of the flowers and this. But I really like the blue. There's not really much of the blue. And I don't know if you can see in this frame here, right at this very edge, there's a little bit of gold paint. So, oh, what about? I have an idea. Drink, guys, drink. Kim has an idea. I am looking for my gold paint. Bear with me. It's probably at the bottom of the barrel here. Because I think I would like to add just a little bit of touches of gold. I found it. Oh, that's just spun gold. It does not say anything about metallic. It doesn't say anything about metallic. You know what? I really need a paint shelf here instead of just my bin. Here's a metallic spun gold. See, one is not metallic and one is. I want the metallic. Red stitching or pink? Oh, red could be kind of interesting. But I like that little bit of gold that's there. So I'm just going to put a little bit of gold down here. See? Just a little bit of gold down there. We're going to do some finger painting. I'm just going to add some on this corner. And across this top. And just a couple more places on that frame, I think. So obviously this was not the gold that I used for that. But it's fine, it's working. Kind of like it around the edge. It's almost goes really good with that gray grunge. Let's just wipe my fingers. Red stitching. I can pull out some. I've got red thread right here. What do you think? The red? Hey, Stacy May, nice to see you. We're playing journal cards. Or I have pink, 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 pink. Oh, look, this is needlepoint yarn. That could be really good. Nice heavy stitching of needlepoint yarn. Maybe I would go down this edge with it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Glue. I have a little lift here. I just want to stick some glue under that. Red? You like the red? Okay. All right, we will do red. Now, do I want to go really heavy? Use all the strands or just part of the strands? Let me think. I'm thinking here. If I do, I have an idea. I have an idea. Let's get the needle back out. I've got paint on my fingers now. Yay! Come on. Thank you. Had these guys against a needle, so they're kind of magnetized and they're sticking together. So I'm going to take this a little bit and I'm going to put it in the art bin. And I'm going to use all 6 strands of the embroidery floss. Come on. How are you today, Stacy? Haven't been around for a while. I've had to have music on and stuff while I've been working the last few days. Okay, so I'm going to tie a knot in the end because I don't want it to pull through. We'll just do a double knot. You know, just regular, ordinary, the way you tie knots in thread. I'm going to go from the top down. I'm going to go from here. It's not what I thought. It's okay. We're going to do it this way. So we're going to come up this hole. Again, I'm not poking these holes. They're not straight. We know. Kim doesn't do straight well. And then up that one. And you know what? I'm going to tie a knot. I have an idea, guys. Seriously, I have an idea. There's method to my madness today. Just want those knots as close. Oh, don't slide. Don't. It slid. It slid. It needs to go right as close to the card as possible. It slid on me. It's a little loose. It's okay. It's okay. And we're going to cut it. Oh, yeah. Yep. I've got the plan, guys. I have the plan. You're hanging in there? That's awesome. Then when you tie your knots, try and get them on top of each other instead of apart so that, guys, I'm going to do another thing exactly pretty much like that. So I'm just doing like a running stitch. Oh, get the needle in the hole. Okay, so we're just going to do another knot as close to the card as possible. What have I grabbed? What's in my way here? Kind of thought that was happening. You don't want to get the other stitches tied in your knot. I want these dangly strings happening. Oh, mucky fingers. Dried glue on them. So a friend of mine shared on her timeline, it was an octopus blanket, and it is stunning. And I do mean absolutely, absolutely stunning. So it looks like it was crocheted or knit something. Like it was definitely a fiber handmade blanket of octopus, octopi. There was more than one. So I went to see where it originated from, and it was actually an AI rendering. But my goodness, I would so love to do that blanket. Oh, it had to have, like, there are a few things that were hokey. The octopuses, whatever you guys know, had tentacles on both sides, like all the way around their arms, which was really kind of weird. But seriously, I think I'm going to have to snag the picture. Yeah, an octopus blanket. Oh, Belinda, it was just fabulous. So I so would love to do it. Um, just because I could, you know? Wonder. Let me just see if I can find it. Bear with me. Bear with me. I can show you on here. Facebook. I have my tablet for this very reason. Uh, Notifications. I'm looking. I'm looking, guys. Bear with me 1 second. Here. I just need to get the post up. All right. Look at that blanket. So I enlarged the picture. I can't define the stitches or whatever. And like I say, upon reading the original comments, they were snarking at whoever posted it, saying, stop posting AI generated images and what have you. But isn't that a stunning blanket? So, as I say, the original comments, they were snarking at the guy for posting AI generated stuff. Um, but I sure would love to attempt to make that. It is art, Sherry. It's definitely art. So, I mean, I've enlarged the picture to 200 plus to see if I could determine what kind of stitches I could use. And um, like I say, I think each octopus is done separately and then crocheted into the blanket, or that's the way I would do it, because the legs are almost 3D, but stuffed enough that they look that they actually have stuffing in them, if that makes sense, like fiberfill or something in them. Yeah, freeform crochet, definitely. That's exactly what I was thinking. But I mean, if you look at the tentacles, they're solid on the top. Uh, they're not. Oh, this is not like way far away from my paper. Um, they're solid. They're not stitched. Like you can't see a stitch around them. Like when you do a raised crochet and you're going around. You can still see the stitches from top. You cannot see these. So, oh, and I tied that one into it. And I'm going to do that one more time. I'm going to do 4 of these. Hey, Janine, nice to see you. Nice to see you. So, on Thursday, through Creative Manitoba, they have an online beading class. I don't know if it's a class or if it's the history behind Native beadwork, Indigenous beadwork. It's free. It starts at noon. But if you go to Creative Manitoba's website, the information is there. And as I say, it's free. And it's a Zoom meeting, so you don't even have to leave your house. That's who I took this last course through, is Creative Manitoba. In the background, motivation. Yeah. Sending you positive thoughts, Janine. Positive thoughts to get her done. So this kind of looks like a bit of a mess at the bottom here. Could be the top. We didn't decide which is the top or bottom. Don't really care. But it's mixed media because we got stitching, so we got paint, we've got, oh, that pulled the needle. It's okay. That's okay. I'm not doing another set of this, so. What? What are you saying, Kim? You don't know. I don't know. Ignore me. Oh yeah, mixed media. So it's got paint, it's got marker, it's got ink. And it's got thread. There we go. We've got 4 sets of stitches. And I left the ends out because I wanted them like this. Now, if we use that as the top, I could put some beads on it because you don't want these knots even going into your pocket because they could rip your pockets. But also, you know, it would have to be a pretty darn deep pocket. All right. So how many have we got? 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 5 done. Wet felting. Oh, it could be wet felted. I didn't think of that. Did not think of that. Yeah, I've seen wet felting. I have a girlfriend who does the most incredible wet felted landscapes. Oh, stunning. Absolutely stunning. Yeah, so maybe it is wet felted. But oh my goodness, that would be a lot of work. And that could be the textures too, because then you would have the other roving underneath and you felt it down. Maybe. But I mean, the legs, like the amount of the tentacles on the arms or whatever. Yeah. You're right. I never thought of that. That's one thing I don't do is felting. I've seen it done and I can appreciate it. I've had people gift me some of their felted works, but I've never done it. So yeah, no, I didn't think of that at all. Okay, so as I said, we've got 1, pulling threads with me. Let's not drag that through the paint. Let's not. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a cat. 4 and a cat. Well, let's not drop it in the wet paint. So we've got 5. Okay, next. Dryer balls, yes. Yes, I've had friends gift me dryer balls. I've got a felted chipmunk. And I had a felted flower, but I don't know what happened to it. It's gone the way of all things in this house. All of a sudden, there it's missing. All right. Let's do something. Let's do this yellow one. What are we going to put on a yellow one? I'm trying to use up these flowers that I did on Sunday. Kind of like that. Does it take up too much of the card, do you think? Is this one any narrower? This one's a little bit narrower. I can trim this one down for sure. What else have I got kicking around that I could throw in here? I've got this. Kind of like that. Oh, definitely like this green and purple edging from the book page, especially with the chevron. I like that. Better? Yeah. All right, I'm going to add this down here. Do I want a piece of book page across the bottom? Maybe here. Just a really thin strip of musical notes peeking through the holes in this book page, maybe? Let's see what happens. We can try it. It's just paper, right? Doesn't really show the musical notes very well, so we'll just leave that. I'll throw this out. What about... Oh, look. I have lime green thin strip of paper. What if I wove that? Oh, what if I wove this into this? Under, over. Just barely fits nice. Under. Can't really tell it was the page edge, though. Not sure this was such a good idea. It's over, under, over. See, then you can't really tell that it's a book page thing. Maybe, because you can see that it's woven, right? I like it. I like it. We're going to do that. We're going to do this. So we're going to turn this over very carefully. We're going to make sure that that lime green paper is down at the bottom. And it has to go on that side. And we'll see if I can get this glued down the way I envision it. I'm not on screen. Let's go on screen. You prefer the page edge? Oh. Well. Okay. So if I put this up, we'll try both ways. I can always put that back piece of paper back in, right? There in the lime green. Oh. Okay. Try it. Come. So that's with the green page edging, or the green strip, and that's without. Oh, you know what? I kind of like it that way too, Jen. I kind of like it that way too. Okay, not going to weave it, Belinda. Sorry. I'll use that green on something else. Okay, we're just going to glue this down. Got a big piece of yellow on this edge. You guys sick of me gluing yet today? Got a bit of thought process happening with this. It's not like when I paint, I just do. Kind of think about this. Kind of think about it. And it's going to go there. Against the edge. Got a little bit missing there. Ooh, I like it. Look at that. That's fun. You know what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to take this black pen. I'm going to go in these squares. What could actually be fun, too, is if I took pencil crayon and I shaded those inner squares. So it looks like there's some shadow happening. Could be interesting. Okay, so I've outlined it. So that gives it some definition. Okay, Candy, take care. Thanks for visiting. Nice to see you. So now, let's cover the glue. And let's take let's do brown. We're going to do some shading so that it looks like we've got some shadow happening. If there's any yellow up this side, we're just going to make sure that that's covered in this brown as well. This side has to have shade. Oh, no, it didn't, but it does now. Okay, so we got some shading happening. Not sure you can see that, but I think it gives that little bit of a punch. Now I'm going to take the white gel pen, and we're going to just do the opposite sides with white. Are you writing, pen? Need it to be white. And I'm just going to do it again on the outside. Have those square holes. Kind of an oxymoron, isn't that? Square hole. All right. So now what are we going to do with it? I don't know. How about, I don't know. Could always cut this lime green down and do a strip of lime green right in the middle of that. Let's trim one way down. Probably be just as easy to paint it or use pen and ink. But no, let's cut paper. Little thinny strips of paper. Kind of like that lime green stripe. Not glued down, but I'll show you so that you guys can see it up close and see what I'm thinking. Not that you want to see what I'm thinking, heaven forbid. Or should I do it out of yellow? Doodling? Yeah, I could do some doodling for sure. What about if I did that in yellow instead of the green? Should have some yellow here. See, still not using this stuff, guys. What the heck, Kim? Thought I had a yellow, light yellow piece of paper here. I have orange. I have this. That's pretty darn close. Pretty darn close. Well, we'll try. We'll try it. Again, just a really thin strip of yellow. It's not quite as thin as that green one was. But I like it. You know, I think I like the yellow better. Definitely like the yellow better. So I'm going to put that down. First, I'm going to trim this edge because it got pretty fat on me here. It did. And then, what about slide up, slide up, slide up. Oh, you slid too far. Take off. Take off, eh? Yes, I like that. I do like that. Okay, so now, Belinda says doodling. I'm kind of seeing something like, I need my bin box. Yes, the bits box. Bits box of bins. Let's put that out so I can see it. It's almost like a building. Almost like a building. Nope. It was a thought. I didn't like it. Didn't like it. I should turn these into journal cards too. They're pretty darn big though. Now, see, if I'd have used the lime green, I could have gotten away with this. It's a little bit big, though. Like that. A little bit of creating, Anne. Not sure about that. Thoughts, guys? Thoughts? Got a smaller one. Nope. I have one with a purple rose on it. Oh, I like that. Whoa! It's alive! Did you guys see it jump? It's not even fish. What about like that? Focus. Hello, hello, camera. It's not focused. Oh. Oh my goodness. The purple flower. Trying to get it to focus, guys. There we go. There we go. What do you think? Purple flower. Trying to use up some bits here. I have lots of bits. Leave that out. Let's see what else I've got. What else? What else have I got? This one is so narrow. I'm very limited. I don't have much really narrow things. Nope. No cat. Not a cat on that. I have little fishies. Got flutters, love bugs, chickens. I should try and use some of these things too. Pull that out. Those are big. Do I have purple flowers? Purple ones like that? Bear with me. Look, I've got... If I made this small, I could have it just at the bottom there. It's yellow and purple. You liked that purple flower? It's funny. I worked small, but I don't have like little bits like that. It's going to work on that. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. I guess it's that purple flower or bust. And you know, if I put it down like a pocket, like a little tuck spot, that could work too. I think we'd have to go, covers up that yellow, but that's okay. Covers that up. I don't know which side I like it better on. I think here because it gives more of this. So now, here we go. Do I put it on like a little tuck spot? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Okay, we'll put it down like a tiny tuck spot. Then I have to do just a little wee something to go in there. Tiny tag. So I'm just doing the two edges so that we've got room for tucking. Little. There we go. Okay, so one of these isn't square. I don't know why, but that's the way it is. Okay, so we've got this one. Let's not put you in the paint. Tiny tuck. What can I use as a tiny tuck spot? We're sticking the tiny tuck spot. Stick a little card in there, make sure that I've got room. Definitely got room. Okay, now I need to make a little tiny tuck spot, tuck thing. Don't think I want a flower because I've got the flower. I think it needs to be reasonably plain. I got these scraps. Look, I've got a nice yellow that I could use. It's got some green on it. That could be a nice tuck. I have purple book page that I could put onto something as a tuck. Ooh. I have, when we were doing the belly bands, I glued some book page stuff together with some painting. Don't have other blue on there really, so I don't want to use blue. Got a piece of really bright yellow. Wouldn't that make a lovely tuck? Tuck spot, a little tag for that. A stick person. Yeah, I could put on like one of my little stick people on a bright yellow tag. What else? What other colors have I got that could go? That could be cute. Putting a, because it's got like the dark green, it's got some orange. If I could find a stick person with yellow clothing or purple clothing, that would be cute. I have to find my stick people. Oh, look, I have this one. It's green and purple. Okay, let's find the little people, and we will use a little people on there. Thought I had my little people out, but that doesn't mean that they're easily acceptable or accessible as to where I am. Nope, I can't see them there. Let's go look over here. I'm in the back for you guys. Look for my little beaks. Got them. I got them. Okay, some of them are on bright yellow background. bright yellow background. What have we got? Look, I've got bright yellow background with a lime green dress. If I put her on the purple book page, maybe there's a fairy, or I don't think I did purple dresses. What? What? There are no purple dresses. I've got lots of brown dresses. There's green. Kind of like her better. It's more of a turquoise than a green, though. This one's green. That one's turquoise. I'm looking through these guys. There was one with a yellow. Look, I've got with yellow dresses. Okay. One of these has to work. One of these definitely has to work. Oh, look, there's a purple dress. Got her. All right. So we will decide. We will decide. And then decide what we want to put it on. Look, they were in here really nicely. We'll just shake those down. Okay, so I think that this, it's really ripply. And I think that's too much. What do you guys think? Do you think that that blue, green, purple is too heavy? Because there's really no blue on the tag. I mean, I could go like this and just do like an oval. Just a real tiny tuck, which is fine. Or that. Or I could do that on the yellow background. If I use yellow, I don't want the yellow dress lady. Or I have this really nice pale green with purple stamp on it. And of course, I'm going to cut it much smaller. What about this one? I think I like that one so far the most. I think the plain yellow might be too bright. Don't want the yellow background. No yellow background. Yellow and purple. So, yellow background with the purple dress. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Yeah, peeking out of the pocket. Yellow background. This has, it's painted, but that's okay. It doesn't need to be a writing card. It just needs to be, okay. So right about there on the card, on this piece of yellow. We're going to glue it down on that, and then we're going to make that into an oval. Yeah, this has some green and stuff on it too. This yellow strip. All right. So now we're going to kind of cut it into like an ovally kind of shape. Is that the last of my fairies out? That's my little stick peoples. All right. I think I'm going to outline that in black. Now I'm just going to kind of round the edges. It's not going to be a perfect oval, obviously, because those are really, really hard to... so it's kind of like an egg. Got an egg lady. What do you think? The tag itself now bothers me. But I think it's good. That'll still be a nice little journaling card tucked into a pocket. All right. All right. All right. 2 hours. We've managed to accomplish a fair bit in 2 hours. Okay, I've got this orange on cardstock, and I'm not sure if that's watercolor. It almost looks like I pressed something with paint onto this. I don't know what the heck I did, but it's interesting. I pulled out these lovely mosaic-y things that Jean and I did. I was thinking if I use one of these, not necessarily as a tuck. I have to find one I like. So far, I like this one the best. No. That's kind of cute. Oh, this one. What about this one? Kind of like that. Kind of like that. Nope. Oh, I like that one. I don't know which circle you're talking about. This one? My doodle circle? This one, Anne? The last one? Oh my goodness. This one? Oh, the doodle circle? Okay. Yeah, it's cute. Okay, so if I do that one, I have an idea. Drink! Maybe I should drink. Okay, let's get these little bits out. So if I have this piece of music paper, no, wider music paper. Wider music paper. And then If I took a black marker and did like wavy lines like this through the whole thing, I'm going to do that first. I have an idea. I do. So I'm going to take a black marker and I'm going to do those wavy lines like I did on that circle. Oh, doesn't matter. Does nay matter. We just need these wavy lines on here. I like it. So we're going to put that to the opposite way from, no, they need to go the same way. And if we have some of this underneath, and then if I doodle between the lines, no, I think that would be too heavy. What about if I just did white dots in the black lines, the wavy lines on the card? I'm always confused, Brenda. Okay, so I want this top to bottom. Reasonably close to top to bottom. We're going to ink the edge. Music is blah. You don't like the music? Would it be better if I had dictionary page? Lots of little writing? Or is it just because it's just no color blah? Oh, me too. My middle name really should be Chaos. Okay, so if those are blah, what about if I took, what have I got? Something like that. A strip of something like that down. Too pale. Does it need something a little bit more punchy, like this dark red-ish stuff? Something like that dark red stuff? Yes? This one? Okay. That is going to have to be trimmed with scissors because don't want the white. Now, what if I wobble cut one side or both sides? Should I wobble cut? Should I straight cut? Because we've got the flowy lines and this has flowy lines, you know what? I'm going to cut it straight and then we can decide if I need to wobble it. this be moved over just a smidge this way, I'm thinking. Wobble? I'm thinking it needs to be wobble cut too. Here we go. The wobble is on. And we're wobbling. Got to wobble both sides? Yep. Let's do both sides. Because I have an idea. Bet you guys didn't know I had an idea. Oh yeah, let's ink this edge. Weebles. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. Yes, I remember Weebles. I do. Definitely do. So I'm inking this edge. Trying not to get black on my fingers because while it's wet, it could transfer. You know what? Maybe it needs to go on this side where that white is. It needs to go right in the middle of all that white ucky stuff. I'm going to glue that down right there. Right there. Yeah, me too, Brenda. That or I was thinking. If I say I was thinking, my house clears out pretty darn fast. It's kind of fun. It's those catchwords, eh? I was thinking. I have an idea. Because they know it means work for them, right? Couple of weebles. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, guys. So now we're going to put this on. Kind of like it lower, like more towards an edge. I like it more at the bottom, towards the bottom-ish. Middle? What do you guys think? Top, bottom, middle? Thank you, Sherry. Top, bottom, middle, guys. Right there, that's the middle. All right. All right. We'll glue this down. This is pretty thick. It's not a perfect circle, which is okay. I love our imperfections. Really, really do love the imperfections. So I'm going to go right there. What do you think? Is it going to need anything on top or bottom or anything? Your boys had weebles? Tumbly beans. Oh. Were they like jumping beans or something? Oh, kind of remember those. Okay, what does it need? I don't know what it needs. I feel like it needs something. Maybe I got to go around the circle with a black marker. Let's try that. I feel like it needs. Yeah, Jean and I did this on double cardstock, right? Or 6 layers of paper. Jean, are you still here? How many pieces of paper did we put in these things? They're really thick. It's got a little bit of a split in it. I need a toothpick and some glue. I just want to make sure that that doesn't peel up on me. It's one thing, when you're doing journals and you're stuffing pockets and all of a sudden you got to repair journal cards and things, it gets a little frustrating and time consuming. I try and do this stuff so that I can just grab and go. Mighty Beans. Kind of remember Mighty Beans. All right. I think that that's good. Let's outline it in black. Don't want to use this marker. It's really thick. I think this one. This is the one we stuck in the glue cap, wasn't it? We'll see if it works. Trying to get it like right against the edges. Got a gap. There we go. Dot it until the gap fills in. Well, maybe I did need like a chisel marker. It's not right into the. Need a finer marker. Ew. There we go. There we go. It's a much softer tip, this marker. I don't know what it is. It's a no-name. Oh, here we go. Dry-proof permanent marker, fine point. The end's mushed. Staples. It's a Staples marker. But because the felt on the tip is soft, it gets into those crevices that Sharpies do not. That makes sense? Well, maybe it doesn't want to play. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Yeah, it worked fine for being. I stuck it in my glue cap. I guess the glue in the cap was actually dry, so that was a good thing. Okay, I feel like it needs a little something, guys. But what? But what? But what? See, this could go in either a masculine or a feminine journal. This could go in anything. If I put bling on it, it's more feminine. If I put stitching on it, it's a little bit more feminine. If I doodle on it with a metallic gold, what about this? What about this? If I follow, like do these squares with the metallic gold, what do you think? Would it punch it? Yeah, it's permanent ink. If I do like outline, not necessarily outline, but go in each of these little squares with the metallic gold. What do you think? Tiny fish? I could do tiny fish. I could do tiny fish. Definitely. Critters. I need fish. Fish. I have fish. Now, do I want to stay in the same color lines or do I want something a little bit more punchy? Blue fish, orange fish. Center of the circle? I don't know. Not sure I like him in the center of the circle. Anyone else? Yes, no? Anne says metallic golds, both fish. Not in circle, no. Like this, and still with the metallic gold. I'm gonna do these ones with the metallic gold. I like it. I do like the metallic gold in the squares. And those things. Don't know if I want to do them all the way along the other side or not. I definitely like them on that edge. And then this little guy here. And this one over here. This guy needs to move down just a smidge. Making you guys seasick yet? I feel like I'm not very steady today. Like this. Looks good. All right. All right. Gluing the fish down. Here we go. I will have to outline them as well, but I will just use the black gel. Wow. Catching up on collage fodder. Day 25. Need to get back on track with some things. Fish are glued down. Got the gold on the edge. Put the cap on the glue. Outline. Nope, that's. Ah, look, I've got Crafternoon on my desk. Wow, look at this desk, guys. My word. She's back. got some glue on my gel pen. So it decided it didn't want to write anymore. There we go. It's glue there. There's one fish. Oh, look, one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. Whoa! I like it. I do like it. So, are any of you guys near Baltimore? Like, where that bridge was taken out this morning? I'm just thankful it was 1:30 in the morning so that it didn't take out rush hour traffic happening on it. Do you guys consider this one done? Main artery, oh my word. That's going to be brutal then. Are there other bridges, Anne? Like, and are the other bridges going to be able to handle that kind of traffic? Done? Yeah. Okay. We consider this one done. Oh, definitely. But I mean, there were guys working on that bridge. Crazy. All right. And do you want to come on and do a show and tell, or you weren't really playing along because you need to look after your hubby? Anyone want to come on? Yeah, they're working on it. Yeah. Ron's been following it. Okay, so we've got, I should have something to put these on. What about the back of this clipboard? That could work. That could work really well. So I'm going to put these guys up here so that you guys can see everything that we have created together today. And I appreciate each and every one of you for playing along in my madness. 7. We got 7 done today. This one's really pale now compared to the others. I can outline that green piece of hole punch stuff. Yeah, our road crews don't really work in the night here. So we've done some stitching. We've done just some scrap stuff with these other ones. As I say, maybe I should outline this one because I'm finding this one really pale. Let's just do that. And I never did use any of this other stuff. Goodness. This stuff. I didn't use this stuff. Oh, if you guys could only see the mess beside me. Okay. That'll be awesome, Anne. Maybe I should have used a marker. No. This is doing okay. Doing okay. Better. Now that that's outlined. And I think I'm going to edge this with black marker. You've seen crews there working at night? I really haven't seen crews working here at night. Mind you, I'm not really out at night, but even with Ron, when he was working those crazy hours, he never really said anything about construction crews out and about. Maybe if there's like a water main break or something, crews would be out, but other than that, we don't really have road crews out doing at night. Oh, I don't know, Brenda. I don't know. I'll take a picture and show you guys before we go. Hang on. I'm just going to start my tablet, my camera. This is my left side. And I will show that to you guys. and then I have to go because I have something happening going on here. Oh, where's the picture? All right. Look, this is the side to the left of me. My left side. So I don't know. So I thank you guys all for being here. My people up in the balcony, my viewers who watch in replay. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. It looks normal? Right on. And I will see you guys on Friday. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, rest of your day, and have a great next couple of days. Hugs to you all. Take care now. Bye.